Hello everyone, so this video will look at bullet points. So if you've come to find out about bullet points to help you with your work, you've come to the right place. Okay, so using bullet points, we often use bullet points, and there's some examples here, to separate items in lists. Okay, and they're used to break down a set of key ideas so a reader can see them more easily. Okay, and we can see bullet points in lots of places, such as shopping lists, names in a class or a team, presentation notes, survey questions, science resource lists. Okay, and this example here, we're going to just have a little think about for when we're writing using our bullet points ourselves. So you're going to have an introduction. Okay, so this is a phrase or a title, and it's often called the stem. So here we can see bullet points in lots of places, such as. Okay, and then you're going to have a colon, which will separate the rest of the list from that particular stem. Okay, and that's just here at the end. You also want to make sure that each of the points that you've got are different. Okay, so you're not repeating yourself. Okay, it's a list of different items. And then really important is the very first letter in your list, okay, or in your bullet point. Okay, so what you want to make sure is that the first letter at the start is either all uppercase, which is what I've done here, or all lowercase. It needs to be consistent all the way through. In terms of punctuation, I've actually punctuated it correctly. That's absolutely fine. There's no commas or semicolons or full stops or anything here. You can use those, but you'd need to be consistent as well. So it would be fine to put commas in here and then put a... Okay, so we've tried it adding in commas there, but we could also have done these here or made them semicolons, and that would also work. We can do that. Okay, and if we want to at the end here, we could put and if we really want to. My suggestion would be to actually leave it as I had it at the start without any extra punctuation, because then because it needs to be consistent, you're not going to make any errors by missing any out. Okay, let's look at some examples. So here's the first example. I'll read the sentence out to you. It says, in his bag, Mr. Bagwell has a book, a pen, his laptop and 2 bananas. There's a list there that we're going to need to write out using bullet points. So we're going to need that stem, that opening sentence, and we've got in his bag Mr. Bagwell has, and then we've got that colon to separate the stem from the list. Okay, and then we've got a book, a pen, his laptop, 2 bananas. Okay, so you can see I've used the bullet points in here. This time I've stuck to lowercase for all of the first letters. You could use capital letters there as long as you're consistent. And again, I haven't put any other punctuation in. It's not required. You can use that as shown previously. So in the second example, we've got some extra punctuation. So let's read the sentence out first of all. It says, to carry out the experiment, you will need a ruler, a stopwatch to time how long it takes to fall, a penny and a child's toy. Okay, so again, we're going to need that stem at the start. So to carry out the experiment, you will need, and then we're going to have that colon. Okay, and then we're going to list the items. So we've got a ruler. Okay, I've got my bullet point there. Capital A I've gone for this time. So the next in the list will be a stopwatch. I'm going to need a capital A. Notice that for this one I've made sure that because there's brackets here, I've included that information as well. And I haven't changed anything at all. It's word for word and with the brackets as well. Capital A for a penny, and then in the final one, we've got an apostrophe there to show that the toy belongs to the child. So I need to make sure that I've included that in my bullet points as well. So it's just about being consistent here and ensuring that all extra punctuation is added as well. Okay, the final example we're going to look at is where we're changing back from the use of bullet points into a list sentence. So the bullet points example is, for dinner I ate sausages, potatoes, broccoli, steamed, carrots. Okay, now I'm going to put that into a sentence. I'm still going to use that stem, for dinner I ate. I no longer need the colon, okay, so I'm just going to use list with the commas, okay. Notice in the example I use capital letters at the start. These are not proper nouns, so when I'm writing my sentence I will not need to use the capital letters there. I'll be able to use lowercase again. And I've also got an example here with the brackets as well, so I'll need to make sure I copy that across. So my sentence becomes, for dinner I ate sausages, potatoes, broccoli, brackets steamed, and carrots. Okay, making sure I've got all the correct punctuation in there. Okay. So hopefully you found that helpful. Biggest thing to think about is the consistency with the capital letters at the start of your bullet points, as well as making sure you copy across all the punctuation. Okay, good luck with that, everybody.